Hi everyone, Carol here from Cool Wool Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to use the German short row technique in knitting. Short rows are an interesting concept which allow you greater shaping options in your work, other than just working backwards and forwards in rows or rounds. If you would like to jump to a particular point in the video, just hover over the play line to see the individual chapters. So let's get started on learning how to work the German short row technique. In this video I'm going to show you another method of working short rows, which happens to be my favourite. I really like this because it removes the need to wrap a stitch, and it's quite neat, I think. So I'm just going to do exactly what I did last time. This is 30 stitches again, and I'm going to do the same sort of weird shaping where I'm making a bit of a bulge in the middle of the row. So I'm going to work to the last 5 stitches again so that you can compare the methods and see which one you think you might like. You need to perhaps try a few different ways. There are other ways as well of working short rows, and see which one you prefer personally. So here I am at the last 5 stitches of the row. So this is how we work it on a knit row. So straight away I'm not going to move the yarn, I'm just going to turn. So now I've got the purl side facing me, and I'm going to be working back along that purl side. But before I do that, I'm going to do something that looks quite weird. I'm going to slip that last worked stitch onto the right needle, and then I'm going to take this yarn over the top really tightly, so it creates what looks like 2 stitches from one. So I'm taking it over the top, between the needles and back to the front to work my purl row. And you need to keep it quite tight for the first couple of stitches and then carry on as normal. So you've created something that looks like a double stitch from one, and that's how you avoid the wraps, because you've worked it quite tightly, and when you go back to that double stitch you're going to be treating it as one stitch, which we'll see in a minute. So let's see what happens on the purl side now. So work to where it needs to be turned, and then just turn, no wrapping. You do need to bring the yarn to the front between the needles here at that point. Then slip that stitch that was worked purl-wise. You've got your yarn in front, pull, pull, pull over the top, and then carry on knitting. So again, you've got a double stitch there, keeping it tight for the first few stitches. So now I'm going to show you the same thing again on the knit row first of all. So here you can see where we did our double stitch before. There's one there, and we're going to do another one now. So we get to the point, we turn, we slip it to the right needle, the last worked stitch. We take the yarn all the way over the back between the needles to the front again, keeping it quite tight, and then we carry on purling. Just see where my other double stitch is there. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more stitch, and then I'll show you this one again. So this is where we want to turn, so we just turn. And now we have to bring that yarn to the front between the needles first this time. Slip that stitch purlwise, pull tight, and take it over the back and carry on knitting. Now we're going to carry on and show you how to deal with those wraps. So we've just come straight to one here. So assuming we finished all our turning, we've got this double stitch here that we created. So we simply go into that as if it was one stitch and knit it, and then carry on knitting. We'll see what it looks like at the end. But to me, this is the type of short rows where the way you work them is almost invisible. So again, another double stitch here, quite distinctive, through the center and knit to the end. We've got one more row to do now to pick up the remaining wraps. See, that can't really tell at all where those wraps were, which is slightly different, I think, to the wrap and turn method, where I think you can sort of spot it if you look hard enough. So let's do the purl row now. Looking out for our double stitches again. That was our double stitch from last time, so it looks a little bit fatter on the back. Okay, we're getting close now. Here we go. So here's our double stitch. Strange looking thing. So just purl right through the middle of that and then carry on. And here's our next one coming up. Here it is. Purl through the middle of that and carry on. Okay, so here we are again. We've sort of got an extended piece of work in the center there, and I'm finding it really hard to see the turns because it's still on the cable. You might have a slight gap, but when you if you were to carry on knitting now, I really think you wouldn't be able to see those German short row turns there. So that's German short rows. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to use the German short row technique. If you want to see another way of working short rows, then have a look at my wrap and turn short row technique video shown here. And if you want to find more knitting and crochet hints and tips, then hit subscribe to keep abreast of my latest videos. Thanks everyone, I'll see you soon.